Okay, on to Derek. Spandex muscles. Keeping Matt Forte, no-brainer in our league. He gets the ball a ton. He catches the ball. He's dynamic. DeMarco Murray at 2. He's a solid guy. It's just Dallas needs to give him the ball more. They play better when they give him the ball more. He's a great running back, and they don't give it to him. Plus, he's a little bit of an injury concern. I think that's why they don't give him to him so much, but not a terrible number 2 pick. Larry Fitzgerald, he's always good for his fifth. He's not super high-end wide receiver 1, but he is a wide receiver number 1, and that offensive line is getting better, and Palmer is getting more into that system, so not a bad pick. Julius Thomas at 4, I think, is a good pick. It kind of offsets the just under super high tier part of Fitzgerald because he is one of those top 3 tight ends in the league, maybe 2. I doubt he'll pass Jimmy Graham, but he could definitely be above Gronk, especially if Gronk misses any time, which is somewhat possible. Very possible. Percy Harvin, if he can stay healthy, I think is great. Russell Wilson's really coming into his own. They're throwing a lot because Marshawn Lynch is such a beast, and he's looking really accurate, really great. Percy Harvin's returning kicks, too. If he can stay healthy, both with his legs and with those migraines, Fitz and Harvin, pretty solid. Tom Brady at 6, I think he's going to be, at the end of the year, he'll be a top 10 quarterback no matter what. He'll have games where he puts up huge numbers, but he also has games where, he throws the ball 15 to 20 times, and maybe he'll have 1 or 2 touchdowns in those, which would be great. But other times, we game plan a lot, so you can't count on him as much. But it's a pretty good pick. Terrence Williams in Dallas is a bit of a stretch at 7, I think. He's the number 3 target at the most. Taking him in the 7th round, I'm not so sure. Golden Tate going to Detroit, this could be a good pick. He's probably the number 2, maybe the number 3 guy there, but he's got a complete beast ahead of him, and they throw the ball a shiz ton there. I guess maybe that's kind of true about Terrence Williams, too. Maybe the pick's not that bad. Same philosophy with those 2 picks, though. Bernard Pierce, I think that's a pretty good pick. Ray Rice has been headed down. He's getting older. Pierce looks good. He catches the ball well. Devontae Freeman in Atlanta, I got to be honest, I don't know who this guy is. If he's the number 2, then that's not bad because Steven Jackson's getting old and he could easily get hurt at any time. If he's somebody else, then if he's the 3rd, I'm not sure. Christine Michael, this is the guy behind Beast Mode. He's supposed to be pretty solid. I don't expect Beast Mode to get too hurt, but they are going to cycle this guy in because I don't think they're going to keep him next year, as we've talked. I'd say Christine Michael is probably going to, in games that don't matter, play a lot. In games that do matter, play not that much. Kenny Stills in New Orleans, supposed to be an electric rookie wide receiver out of New Orleans. They throw the ball around so much there. He'll get his chances, but consistent-wise, I couldn't see playing him above a flex unless you're in a jam, just because the ball's going all over the place. New England's defense, I think, is going to have a lot of points this year. Even when we give up a lot of yards and don't look good, we don't let up a lot of points. We have big plays with sacks and picks and stuff, and I think Bill's letting them loose a little more this year too, so that's a good pick. A couple of rounds before the end to get a better defense and then risk anyways. I think that's a smart philosophy for defenses. Martellus Bennett is a really good backup tight end. He's a big dude with a strong arm QB throwing to him. Palmer as a backup is pretty solid. I mean, if Brady goes down and you're relying on Palmer, then you're in trouble. But not bad. And then Matt Bryant is the kicker in Atlanta. He's an indoor guy and he plays team. His team should score a lot of points, and he plays teams that score a lot of points. So they're going to have to be doing a lot of kicking to be in games. So, yeah, that's a team. I think it's pretty good at the top. I question a couple of the picks in the middle with those backup wide receivers. A lot of handcuffing people. I think in some way you are relying on people getting injured, and others you're relying on people not getting injured. But I really like the high-end talent. The Forte, DeMarco Murray, Thomas, Harvin, Fitzgerald, and Brady. Your first 6 picks, those are the guys who are going to play 90% of the time, and they're awesome. So I like it. And the New England defense, too. I mean, they're going to win you some games. So I think Spandex Muscles may also be in the playoffs. So that's 2 teams so far I picked to be in the playoffs, Tam and Derek.